Remember, the key to success is working hard. For our country, we must have regard. Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And onward to progress we surely will. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us go hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
Come, my brother, come, my sister, and let us build a nation together. I want to welcome you to the Dynamic Hour. Again, we have a unique moment in time to talk, to deliberate, to discuss, using radio and social media to connect. I want to encourage those on Facebook and YouTube to please share the live. Sharing is caring. I want to start off this morning by saying to you, do not trust certain people who say that they are women of the cloth or men of the cloth, that they're even lay ministers, and do not trust some of them, because they could be as evil as those who are actually perpetrating evil on others. Let me give you an example of how evil a person could be. The Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell is off to the United Nations General Assembly. So at this point, he is in the United States of America. Like all other world leaders, they are arriving at the United Nations General Assembly to present on behalf of the nation. Last night, Emlyn Pierre was on the platform. So she spoke at that meeting. Remember, the Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell left Grenada yesterday, traveled to the United States because he has to present on behalf of Grenada like all other world leaders. Listen to Emlyn Pierre, who calls herself a Christian, who I understand preaches from time to time. If you listen to this woman, you would conclude that she is worse than Keith Mitchell.
To travel the world, while sectors in this country are struggling to survive, to make ends meet, our Prime Minister continues to create reasons to leave this country. Brothers and sisters, one of the recent reasons given to us is that he's going to Venezuela to negotiate between the Venezuelan government and the U.S. government. Brothers and sisters, I say to you, this must be another PR stunt from a Prime Minister that doesn't seem to care about what is happening here in Grenada. Because I say to you, while he leaves this country to mind the business of Venezuela and the local producers, small businesses are on a ban and they cannot send their produce to the U.S. through the Grenada Postal Corporation. But our Prime Minister finds himself trying to solve the problem between Venezuela and the United States of America. I say to him, play with Trump. Go ahead and play with Trump. Brothers and sisters, businesses in this country are forced to pay additional costs because of the services increase through the imposition of tariff on manufacturers, so that when the goods arrive in Grenada, the cost goes up for local businesses and consumers. But he's gone to Venezuela.
Right. So, folks, but he's gone to Venezuela. You see, it is dangerous to make your supporters believe in lies. This woman knows what she's doing to these vulnerable people, these unsuspecting people, is wrong. You don't do that to your supporters. The Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell traveled to the United Nations General Assembly, and he will be addressing the General Assembly on Saturday. He has to be there, like all other world leaders. And when Keith Mitchell was Prime Minister, he always attended the United Nations General Assembly to present on the behalf of Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique. Why do you do these things? Why? You're destroying your own supporters. But let's go back. Let's go back a bit to what she said, because it's important to dissect it.
To travel the world, while sectors in this country are struggling to survive, to make ends meet, our Prime Minister continues to create reasons to leave this country. Brothers and sisters, one of the recent reasons given to us is that he's going to Venezuela to negotiate between the Venezuelan government and the U.S. government.
Right. So firstly, the Prime Minister or the government of Grenada never said that they are going to Venezuela to negotiate between Venezuela and the U.S. government. It was only suggested by pundits and by regional folks that Grenada should intervene to put peace, to seek to put peace between Venezuela and the United States, seeing that Grenada has a healthy relationship with the United States of America and Venezuela. And the Caribbean should remain a place of peace and not war. So it was only suggested, but not government that suggested that. There was no official statement from government regarding that. But she took that and run with it, right? Which is dangerous. But here it is.
Brothers and sisters, I say to you, this must be another PR stunt from a Prime Minister that doesn't seem to care about what is happening here in Grenada. Because I say to you, while he leaves this country to mind the business of Venezuela and the U.S., brothers and sisters, ministers of his cabinet are losing their visa and he cannot do anything about it.
And so she's saying that ministers, not minister, ministers of government are losing their visa and he cannot do anything about it. But only one minister of government whose visa was revoked. One minister of government, not ministers, one minister of government the Minister of Finance, the Honorable Dennis Cornwall, not ministers. So again, she's lying. Ophelia Cornwall is not a minister of government. She was connected to the Minister of Finance. I don't know if she's still married to him or whether they divorced. I don't know. But she was once connected to him and she lost her visa too. But she's not a minister of government, and she's now connected to Keith Mitchell. So I'm wondering, this woman says that she's a woman of the cloth and she prays and she speaks truth, but here this woman is lying in plain sight. She's lying to her supporters, and many of them they don't even know what is going on.
Brothers and sisters, while he leaves Grenada to go to Venezuela, to meddle in the business of Venezuela and the U.S., fishermen are being slapped with a ban that threatens their very survival.
Well, we know, and that is already well known, that NOAA, the authority in the United States, they indicate clearly that Grenada and some other countries around the world, they will be banned from exporting fish to the United States in January if they don't do certain things. I played a piece for you last night and yesterday indicating that the government is working on the legislation, working on a number of things to rectify that. So it's not like the government is not doing certain things. And America is not the only nation that Grenada sends or exports fish to. They export fish to Europe and other places around the world, the Caribbean and so on, Latin America and other places. And Grenada is a very small market, right? But I'm saying a very small exporter. But at the end of the day, the government is doing stuff to remedy the problem.
In this country, local producers, small businesses are on a ban and they cannot send their produce to the U.S. through the Grenada Postal Corporation. But our Prime Minister finds himself trying to solve the problem between Venezuela and the United States.
This woman is evil. She's evil because the Grenada Postal Corporation, like all other postal corporations worldwide, have been making it very clear that the United States of America, they have increased the cost of getting packages, I think, under a certain amount into the United States. And as a result, nearly all those postal corporations are refusing to send these small packages to the United States because it's costing too much. It's costing more to send it than the value of the item. I could recall Trinidad, for example. The Postal Corporation in Trinidad, they did announced, just like Grenada, what they will be doing, because it's a major disruption in the global postal system. So it's not just Grenada. The United States of America increase the amount to be paid for packages going into the United States.
A major disruption is hitting the global postal system. The Trinidad and Tobago Postal Corporation, TT Post, has announced the temporary suspension of all merchandise shipments to the United States. The move is a direct response to a new U.S. executive order that ends the de minimis exemption. This exemption previously allowed goods valued at $800 or less to enter the country duty-free. As of today, August 29th, all international postal items containing merchandise, regardless of value, are now subject to custom duties. The change has created logistical challenges for postal services worldwide, with economic implications for local small businesses and individuals who rely on international shipping for e-commerce and personal packages. TT Post says it is actively engaging with international partners to resolve the matter and resume services as soon as possible.
Right, so it's a worldwide thing. The United States as a government increased the cost of items that before was exempted. They were not charged so much. So they increased that cost for all items going into the United States. So it doesn't worth sending those stuff to the United States anymore for the postal corporations. It's not valuable. So it's a global thing. It is not a Grenada thing. But she's making her supporters believe that this is a Grenada thing. It is not. And that is how deceitful, how wicked this woman is.
Travel the world. What? Brothers and sisters, while he leaves Grenada to go to Venezuela, to meddle in the business of Venezuela and the U.S., fishermen are being slapped with a ban that threatens their very survival in this country. Local producers, small businesses are on a ban and they cannot send their produce to the U.S. through the Grenada Postal Corporation. But our Prime Minister finds himself trying to solve the problem between Venezuela and the United States of America. I say to him, play with Trump. Go ahead and play with Trump. Brothers and sisters, businesses in this country are forced to pay additional costs because of the services increase through the imposition of tariff on manufacturers, so that when the goods arrive in Grenada, the cost goes up for local businesses and consumers. But he's gone to Venezuela.
Right. So look, on that note, you see, this woman is dangerous because she knows that the United States of America has announced that small nations, including those in Africa and the Caribbean, they will impose a 10% tariff on them. Who is this person? 1 minute. Yeah. Hello? Yeah, good morning. Yeah, you're calling me at the wrong time? Yes, no problem. Right. So she knows that the United States government, they have imposed a 10% tariff on small nations, including those in Africa and the Caribbean. So she knows that. And when you hear them speak about the high cost of living, she knows that goods coming from the United States into Grenada will attract that 10% tariff. And there is nothing small nations like ours could do about it. In fact, there are bigger nations where their tariff is way higher, 30% and so on, 15%. They're way higher that the United States of America impose on them. She knows that. So when they speak about high cost of living, look, she's actually admitting in that piece that tariff is imposed on goods coming into Grenada from the United States, and there is nothing we can do about it. In fact, we should be happy that it's 10%. And it's not just Grenada, all Caribbean islands, all Caribbean islands. So this woman is deceitful. She's deceitful and dangerous politically. She knows what she's doing. She knows that the people in this audience, they don't have much knowledge on these things. She knows that.
You can't deal with that. Brothers and sisters, tonight, In addition to all of these, I'm calling on our Prime Minister to stay home and negotiate constant supply of medication for the hospitals and for medical facilities. I say to the Prime Minister, stay home and negotiate a reduction in the cost of electricity with Grand Lake. I say to the Prime Minister, stay home and negotiate so that our fishermen will be able to continue to export fish to the United States of America, and our exporters, our workers in the fishing industry will not be forced to close or to reduce operations. Brothers and sisters, our Prime Minister says he wants to be an interlocutor. I say to him, there is enough things to unlock and solve right here in Grenada. Settle down and mind.
This woman is politically dangerous. And do not underestimate her. She knows what she's doing. You think she doesn't know that the Prime Minister is in the United States? Huh? Look, now Grenada. Prime Minister Mitchell is expected to deliver Grenada's national statement on Saturday. Prime Minister leads delegation to the United Nations General Assembly 80. Right? She knows that. GIS, Prime Minister, the Honorable Deacon Mitchell leads the delegation to the United Nations General Assembly, UNGA 80, September the 22nd, right? As a press release that they put out. Prime Minister, the Honorable Deacon Mitchell is leading Grenada's delegation to the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly, currently underway in New York. The Prime Minister's participation underscores Grenada's commitment to multilateralism and its active engagement in global dialogue on critical issues such as climate justice, meeting on non-communicable diseases, and mental health cooperation. Grenada's presence in the UNGA 80 reflects its ongoing commitment to shaping a more equitable and sustainable global future. You know, in other words, she knows this woman is not stupid. She knows, but she's taking advantage of the people in that little room. She's taking advantage of her supporters. And watch, she's politically evil, in my belief. And she comes across as though she's some holy moly, she's some church woman, some Christian, some this, some that. She's not. She's not, folks. It is sad. Very, very sad. And you need to hear her in her own voice. And the people with sense must educate others. Because when she says those things, there are people who want to grab it and think that the Prime Minister is in Venezuela. When the Prime Minister is not in Venezuela. He has not gone to Venezuela. This woman is dangerous. She's nasty politically. And she wants to come and be Prime Minister of this country. She doesn't have what it takes. She's deceitful politically. And she knows what she's doing. In other words, this woman goes to church on a Sunday. And she's not worthy of going to church. No. Boy, I tell you, let us use that church. They're using these churches as a cover-up, This woman ain't good. Politically, she's not good. When you listen to that woman in that piece, and mind you, they post that piece on their Facebook page, NNP Facebook page. Yeah, she knows what she's doing. She's preying on the vulnerability of these people, her supporters. And it sickens me to the core because she knows that the Prime Minister is not in Venezuela. She knows that the Prime Minister never went to Venezuela to negotiate anything. Boy, nah, man. You don't do these things. You don't. And I'm going to play it again, so people are going to understand how evil politically this woman is. She's evil.
To travel the world. While sectors in this country are struggling to survive, to make ends meet, our Prime Minister continues to create reasons to leave this country.
You know, I cannot recall during Keith Mitchell's time, once, I can't recall if he missed out on going to the United Nations in all the 23 years and a half once. I can't even recall. Every single United Nations General Assembly, Keith Mitchell will go. I can't recall if he missed any one of them, because it's a standard practice by all governments all around the world to go to the United Nations General Assembly and speak on behalf of their people.
Brothers and sisters, one
Biggest stage in the world.
of the recent reasons given to us is that he's going to Venezuela to negotiate between the Venezuelan government and the U.S. government.
This woman is more dangerous than Keith Mitchell politically. Trust me, she's more dangerous politically than Keith Mitchell. You think she ain't know that the Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell traveled to the United States, or traveling at the time when she was speaking to the United States to attend the United Nations General Assembly? She knows. She's not stupid. A press release went out. And even if she wasn't aware, she should not make up these stories and these lies that he gone to Venezuela or going to Venezuela.
Brothers and sisters, I say to you, this must be another PR stunt from a Prime Minister that doesn't seem to care about what is happening here in Grenada. Because I say to you, while he leaves this country to mind the business of Venezuela and the U.S.
Right, so she's saying while he leaves this country to mind the business of Venezuela and the U.S., so she's implying that he's gone or he's going.
Brothers and sisters, ministers of his cabinet are losing their visa and he cannot do anything about it.
Right, so not ministers of government or ministers of his cabinet. A minister lost his visa, not ministers. And losing your visa to the United States doesn't mean that he can travel to other parts of the world, right? So you see this woman, she reminds me of the house slaves. I'm telling you.
Brothers and sisters, while he leaves Grenada to go to Venezuela, to meddle in the business of Venezuela.
While he leaves Grenada to go to Venezuela to meddle, this woman is dangerous, people. The Prime Minister never gone to Venezuela. The Prime Minister is the United States of America.
The U.S. fishermen.
And then you have our supporters saying to fast. And in fact, someone went as far as to say, what? I heard the word kill him.
Grenada to go to Venezuela to meddle in the business of Venezuela and the U.S. fishermen.
Yeah, you hear? They go kill him or something like that. What's that effect? You're hearing in the background there from one of those supporters. You see, leaders must know what to say and what not to say in these meetings, because you can send the wrong message.
Are being slapped with a ban that threatens their very survival in this country. Local producers, small businesses are on a ban and they cannot send their produce to the U.S. through the Grenada Postal Corporation.
As I said to you, all postal corporations around the world have the same issue, because the United States of America announced increased fees for goods going into the United States, no matter the size, no matter the value of the goods. Don't matter the size, don't matter the value, they increase it. So packages that are very small, that used to attract very little tariff or taxes, most of the postal corporations around the world, they are not sending it anymore. So it will affect small businesses, it will affect people. But you can't do anything about it. And it's not only Grenada, it's all countries around the world, because the United States, who doing trade, who sending stuff into the United States of America. So don't go on a platform and give people this idea that this is happening only to Grenada and it's because of Deacon Mitchell traveling, or come on, man. Don't do these things.
But our Prime Minister finds himself trying to solve the problem between Venezuela and the United States of America. I say to him, play with Trump. Go ahead and play with Trump.
Sounds like a house slave, in my belief. She sounds like a house slave. She will be a weak leader. She's a weak leader. That's who she is. She would be a cow tower. She'll be a flow licker. I wanted to say, something else, but she'll be a flow licker. Look at this woman. Weak, sad.
Brothers and sisters, businesses in this country are forced to pay additional costs because of the services increase through the imposition of tariff on manufacturers, so that when the goods arrive in Grenada, the cost goes up.
Right, so you know that, because all African and Caribbean, well, the smaller countries in Africa and in the Caribbean, they were slapped with a 10% tariff on all goods coming from the United States of America. So anything that comes from the United States of America and it hit the shelves, they will have the 10% tariff on them. All right? 10%. She knows that. But she and her other colleagues on the NNP platform talking about cost of living, and the government should bring down this, and the government should bring down that, and the government should... She knows that the government and other governments can't do anything about it. It comes in with that cost. It's imposed by the United States of America. Boy, she knows that. All the small Caribbean, in fact, the Caribbean islands, have gotten the lowest tax imposed on us, or tariff, the lowest percentage, 10%.
For local businesses and consumers, but he's gone to Venezuela.
Hear how nasty this woman is. But he's gone to Venezuela. She's nasty. She's politically stink. Emlyn Pierre is politically stink. There's a stench coming from the words and the things that she's saying. It's a disgrace. It is a damn disgrace. She knows what she's doing. She knows that our beloved Prime Minister is not in Venezuela. He ain't gone in Venezuela. Oh, come. Last night, the woman was on a platform saying those things, But folks, let me open up the line for the next 15 minutes. The number to call is 538-0933. 538-0933. 538-0933. So that's the number to call, 538-0933. Good? That's the only number you can call to get on the air. Don't call my personal number, because you will not be able to go on the air live. Call the number that I just announced. 538-0933. 538-0933. You can have your say. I would love to hear from you regarding what Emlyn Pierre said there last night. And look, this is a woman who professes to be a Christian, and she goes to church, and I want to assume, just like Jonathan Lacrette, she can speak in tongues and all these different things. But hear this woman. Just listen this woman. Boy, and that wants to be prime minister and that wants to represent Grenada. Come on. Come on. Again, you are free to call in and have your say. I should not be the only person having the opportunity to speak. So let's take that first call. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, Ken. Yes, I listened to that meeting last night, and I heard everything.
Speak. Can you speak louder?
And I kept saying to myself,
Can you speak louder?
how people are.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, because Emmeline is supposed to know better. Emmeline is no religious person, in my belief. Because if you are religious, let's put that aside. We all know that those who say Lord, Lord would not all who say Lord, Lord would enter the kingdom of heaven. But Emmeline has called herself an educated person. Emmeline should know better with this kind of things she's saying. How would you be Prime Minister of Grenada if you're telling lies every time you climb a podium? And you know definitely that you're lying. I think this is wickedness to the Grenadian people, the NNP supporters. That is disrespect to Grenada. And I think Grenadians must call these people out for this dangerous, because it has bordered now on danger. These people are dangerous. So we need to call them out, and I congratulate you for the work you do. Thank you.
Call right. Oh boy. Seems as though the same thing happened to me like the last time there. And we may have lost. Yeah, I muted the mic while the caller was speaking. All right, I muted the mic there by mistake. So again, the number 5380933. That's the number to call. Yeah, so I'm back. I'm back because I muted the audio there by mistake. But I'm back. All right. Good that you allotted me, but I'm back. So if you want to call, you can. All right. Yeah. So it's back. It's back up, folks. I muted the mic by mistake. Again, the number is 5380933. 5380933. And automatically I'll go off on the radio because I think there's a 5 or 6 seconds lap. Once the radio doesn't get that feed within that period of time, that would happen. All right? That would happen. So Kim the King would have to put me back on the radio. All right? So I have no fear. But you can call if you want to. The number is 5380933. That's the number to call if you want to get on the inside. All right? Simple. Let's take that call here. Let's take that call. Good morning. Good morning, caller.
Hey, yes, Kim.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, Jimmy Cliff sang a song, a drowning man will catch at a straw. And
You want to lower the volume of your radio? Or
Right.
whatever you're listening to it on the program?
Yes.
Yeah, lower the volume. You're going to hear yourself after.
All right.
All right,
Okay.
go ahead.
Right. Jimmy Cliff sang a song about a drowning man will catch at a straw. And this is just what happened there. Emmeline, I honestly believe that Emmeline will even lose his seat. I honestly believe so. Because the work that David is doing there, trust me, people eyes open. She in a lot of problems. And I'll be honest with you, I am sitting very comfortable because I am seeing the outcome of that next upcoming election, and if you get a serious backing, they will get it. Trust me on that one.
Hey,
Right.
hey,
Right.
hey, 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 hey,
when I listen to Keith talking about the Prime Minister now as this idiot, disrespectful. But you have an idiot take a party in 8 months and beat you. Well, you have to be a baba boy. Something wrong with you. Man, you continue the work you're doing, eh?
All right.
Trust me, I have no fear.
All right, thanks. Thank you very much. Right, so we are back on the radio, or we're almost back there. So have no fear. Good morning, caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning. You're live. You could lower whatever
Yes.
you're listening at the back. The computer.
Yeah, I'm turning it down right.
Yeah, no
I'm turning it down right now.
All right.
Yeah. I'm just calling to say that Emlyn Pay has no sense of economics, accounting, or anything to do with figures, because she knows that the 10% tariff is something that was imposed on African nations and the Caribbean. She knows there is absolutely nothing that anyone could do about that. And to go out there and standing there and telling people that cost of living is going up, there is nothing anybody could do about that. And talking about the prime minister is in Venezuela. We're in Canada, and we know that the man is in the United States. She knows that Kit Mitchell, as you rightfully said, has been in every one of those meetings because we follow things. That woman is a liar. She's a cheat, and she's scared of the strong possibility, 90-something% of the possibility that she would not even earn her seat again. So let Emily run her mouth. She's wicked. She's very, very wicked, and you rightfully say it. She seemed to be even worse than Keith Mitchell. This is all I have to say.
All right, one love. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, dear caller. Thank you very much. Again, the number 538-0933. 538-0933. So that's the number. Anytime I open up the line, that's the number you can call in live on the program. 538-0933. All right? So you are free to call. We still have 8 minutes left in the program. Yeah, and I'm saying she knows what she's doing is wrong. You're lying. You're misleading your supporters. The prime minister is not in Venezuela. He never traveled to Venezuela to negotiate anything. He's in the United States of America. Why do you do these things? And you believe you're going to get away with it? You believe that you're going to speak to your supporters and other people wouldn't know about it? Your meeting was carried live. Let's take that call here. Good morning, caller.
Morning,
Good morning.
Ken, how you do there?
I'm fine, thanks.
I listen to the nonsense. My thing is the last caller and the others have said so much good things. All I will say is that when our beloved Prime Minister come back from America, all he had to do is to call another rally, and when they see the crowd, they will keep quiet for another month. Have a good day, Ken.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's wrong to take advantage of people who are not knowledgeable. Most of the NNP supporters, they cannot write, read, or reason. Many of them, they don't follow technology. They don't know about social media. Many of them. If you look at the audience, the people who attend NNP meetings, they're senior. They are not too au fait with technology. And, again, folks, the number is 538-0933, giving you a chance to free up. We have 6 minutes left. If you want to call, you can. If you want to have your say, you can. The number is 538-0933. That's the only number you can reach me at. So I see some people calling me on my personal number. I will not be able to bring you live if you call me on my personal number. But if you call me on 538, then I'll be able to bring you live. Good morning, caller.
Morning, Kevin. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Well, I like the way Emlyn going on, She campaigning to campaign. she felt out of it. She don't want to be there, but she can't say she's going away. So she's getting on in that way that she got to just lose and lose easy. This is what she's doing. She know exactly what she's doing, as you don't say that. Emily don't want to be in politics. She shame. So she's getting on in that way just for she to get out because she losing vote every time.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, man.
Thank you very much. Again, the number 538-0933. We have 5 minutes left in the program. If you want to call and have your say, you can. You heard what Emlyn said. And look, if you listen to the meeting, you have to wonder what is going down because it lacks substance. It lacks substance. But when you go on a platform and you lie like this, we have to expose you. Our beloved Prime Minister is not in Venezuela. Never gone to Venezuela to negotiate anything. All right, let's take that call. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Not too bad at all, man. You know what's amazing? You remember when they said Nazim book had how many houses and what and what and what and what? It was only one person that was doing it. But now, everybody is doing the line thing. Everybody is doing the line thing. So what they have to do is make sure when you lie on me, if you can do the thing and sue them, then there's a high possibility. But it's high time that this line of stop lying. So, but everybody is doing the same lying thing now. Listen to them carefully and you hear. All right.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, it's unbecoming now. Because Grenadians are smart people. Grenadians are following what's happening locally, regionally, and internationally. We have technology, and it's at our fingertips. Come on. We are able to know what's going down so easily. So why do you go on a platform and deceive people and lie to your supporters? Come on, man. But the strategy of those individuals is a very simple one, you know. They want America to impose all kinds of stuff on Grenada. That is what they want. Don't fool yourself. They know what they're doing. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, my dear son. How you go?
I'm good, you know.
She's bringing disgrace to the Christian family. That is why we went in Carriacou for the weekend, and they only take her and they bring her to show all the houses that have family dispute that is not fixed, that die and have leave nobody for the property that is not fixed, that gone away in the diaspora and would not come back, that would not fix, and many other issues. So they only show her the houses that is in disrepute, disrepair, that cannot be fixed, that family drama, all this kind of thing. They then take her and show her where all this work that we saw weekend with all these 40-something people who went in Carriacou, and we see the upgrade and we see the progress that is being made in Carriacou. So this is what she's doing. She is bringing the Christian name in disrepute, and it's not nice because she's making it believe that everybody is the same thing. So she's not a nice person at all. I'm very surprised at this lady. All right.
All right, but I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. In my view, Emlyn is worse than Keith Mitchell when it comes to lies, when it comes to telling all kind of cockapool stories. She's worse than him. So I am not surprised. No, I'm not. Again, the number is 538-0933. 538-0933. And I am saying to you folks, this woman, she knows exactly what she's doing. All of them. They know what they're doing. They're not guessing this. They're preying on the vulnerability of innocent people, of unlettered people. That is what they're doing. Right, so folks, we have come to the end of this morning's program. I want to wish you all the best. Have a wonderful day. I will continue to speak about this and expose it because it's important to do so. It's important to do so. And I want them to respond because you're going to, and they have this thing on the NNP Facebook page. They're proud of it, that they have it up there. Come on, pure lies and deceit. Boy, folks, have a wonderful day. Take good care.